Alright, how's it going, everyone? It is time, once again, for another One Piece chapter reaction. Chapter 1098. I wonder what's going to happen in this chapter. I hope something good happens. Wow. Let's see what happens in this chapter. This chapter is called The Birth of Bonnie. And since the last time we saw, in the last chapter, we saw that the flashback ended 14 years ago, so this just confirms Bonnie is still a kid who ages herself up with her devil fruit. Wow, isn't that cool? But yeah, let's get into this chapter. Alright, cover request by Skywalker. Brook powering his electric guitar solo with an electric eel. And Brook is looking very, very cool. And it says on Brook's legs, this chapter's manuscript is unfinished. Sorry, Oda. Unfinished. Oda never doesn't finish a chapter. Hope he's okay. Alright, let's get into this. Revolutionary Army HQ, Baltigo. The expanding tides of revolution. Requesting backup. The Toomey uprising in the South Blue is looking bleak. We can't. Our hands are full. Dealing with the wounded at Goa. Eva-chan. I'll go. Kuma has his, glasses eyes now. Don't be rash, Kuma. You've been acting reckless ever since that day. The visuals are kind of looking rough on this chapter. They don't look finished. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I don't know. What the? That guy's huge. Where did you come from? State your name. Kuma looks super upset. Jenny's been captured? Yes, sir. It seems she caught the eye of a celestial dragon. That's pretty much GG. You know? You get caught by a celestial dragon, you're theirs for life. I wonder how Kuma's gonna do it. How Kuma's gonna save her. Yes, sir, it seems she caught the eye of a celestial dragon. They took her on a government ship because the celestial dragon wanted to make her his bride. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. And then it cuts to people celebrating. We won! Oh yeah, this is a rough draft visuals. Oof. We won! Finally, after 3 years of struggling, we couldn't have done it without the Revolutionary Army. The enemy took us by surprise. It was the Revolutionary Army again. Here's to the Revolutionary Army, the heroes of the people. They got a cool looking flag, not gonna lie. It's R-A and then this weird, dragon looking thing in the middle. Please forgive us. Dragon, it's me. Kuma's talking to Dragon. I've worn myself out. I'll have to return by ship. We're so sorry. Around 2 years have passed since Commander Ginny of the Revolutionary Army was kidnapped. Was kidnapped to be wed by a celestial dragon. There's some baby crying. We're nearly there, Bonnie. Oh, so Bonnie's 12 years old. If I'm doing that math right. Yeah. Kuma, it's Ginny. She's on the line right now. What? Hey, Kumachi, I finally made it back to the surface. Ginny! They didn't want me around after I got sick. I was thrown away. What a stroke of luck. You're sick? I wanted to see everyone one last time, but this call will have to be our goodbye. What? What? What are you talking about, Ginny? Where are you? I can be there in an instant. I was afraid I'd never see you again. Oh, I can't even tell what I'm looking at. Jeez, this is... Kumachi, sorry, but I'm at death's door. What? I'm glad you care about me, really. But you shouldn't come when I'm like this. Dragon, big bro. Kumachi has a big heart. Please take care of him for me. Kuma! Kuma's Kuma's teleporting himself to her. Get out of the way. There's only one place she'd go now. Poof. Kuma-san. And Kumachi, I just want you to know, I love you. Always have. Always will. Gotcha. Kuma, you're back? Where's Ginny? She's here, right? She is, but I'm afraid it happened when she was exposed to the natural light. Her face, her entire body, it turned all blue in the sun, and her skin hardened like stone. What? Kumachi. And she looks like she has holes, like rock or something, all over her body. What could have done this to her? He's flashing back. Hey, Kumachi, let's get married. Wouldn't it make you happy? She burned up her remaining time, exposing herself in the sun, and Kuma's just holding her body so she could cross the ocean and make it home to us. Because she wanted to ensure her baby's safety. What? Wait. Bonnie isn't Kuma's, like, biological kid. Bonnie's a celestial dragon kid? Oh. And both Kuma and Bonnie are crying. What? You can rest now, Ginny. I swear, I'll raise her well. There's Kuma at Ginny's grave. Oof. I'm guessing a few years later. That's all wrong. Or maybe like a few months later. You're tilting the bottle too... Oh, he's learning how to be a dad. You're tilting the bottle too much. Bonnie's chan still looks uncomfortable. I'll show you how it's done. And Kuma's trying to feed Bonnie a bottle of milk. Is this better? She's so cute. And if you're going to be sleeping next to her, make sure her cot is like an iron cage. We can't have you smushing her in your sleep with that massive body. Ooh, you're quite the heavy drinker, Bonnie-chan. I'm sure you'll be just as much of a glutton as Ginny was. Flashback to Ginny. I'm still hungry. Kuma's tearing up. Flashback to a couple years later. Bonnie's a little bit older, maybe about like 4 years old. She says, Daddy! Or maybe like 1 year old. I don't know when babies first are able to speak. Maybe then, like 1 year, 2 years old. And then she's eating. She's hanging out with the old people in Sorbet Kingdom. And Kuma's fighting back as a revolutionary. He's fighting anybody who dares attack. Giving Bonnie a bath. Fighting, once again, helping out the Revolutionary Army. Oh, he's sleeping next to Bonnie, and Bonnie actually is sleeping in an iron cage, so Kuma doesn't roll over on her. Wait, young Sabo? Oh, that's right, because the revolutionaries found Sabo when he was super young, and they trained him, so I guess he's training Sabo after they find him. Alright. Kuma, what in the world are you doing? You've boarded up all the church's windows. Close the door. Oh, take a look here below her eye. Is that a blue stone? Hey, isn't that... It looks just like what Ginny had at the end. I'll call the doctor. Thank you. It's the two guys we don't know the name of from Bonnie's crew. It's caused by sunlight, you say. Are you sure? Why don't we try taking her outside? Are you insane? What is this doctor up to? Doesn't seem to be white lead poisoning. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this condition. What? You're quitting the Revolutionary Army? What? Bonnie's contracted the same disease her mother had? Yes. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I have to stay by her side. I understand. It's important to live without regrets. We can use our contacts to reach out to doctors all over the world for her. I owe you, Dragon. 7 years ago, when Bonnie was 5. Yeah, I'm right. Bonnie is 12 years old. Ah, run away! The vampire's gonna eat us! And stay out, you twerps! And he's flipping... Bonnie's just flipping these kids off. Bleh. This is as far as you can go, right? I dare you to take a step out here, you ugly vampire. Eat this. Bet the Holy Cross is your weakness. Look at it shine. We're in a church, dummy. Yeah, there's crosses everywhere in a church. Why would you live in a church if you're weak to crosses? I'll show you who's boss. I'll show you who's boss. I'm coming after you. Wah! Bonnie, stop. Kuma's all worried. Please, you can't go outside. Even standing near the doorway can give you the ouchies. I know. You're such a worrywart, Dad. I was just kidding. Please, just don't even joke about that. Okay. I hate it when you get all sad and worried, anyway. You're such a good kid, and Kuma's crying and hugging Bonnie. Stop being such a crybaby, Dad. Those jerks. They made fun of my face stones again. Are they really that weird? It's not like it can help them. I didn't ask to get sick. Kuma's like, you mean your jewels? They're just jealous because you got such pretty jewelry. Oh! Jewelry, Bonnie. Oh. You think so? You betcha. I love them. Hey, Bonnie. If you were to go on a trip, where would you like to go? For when you're better, I mean. Oh, I know. Have you heard about the legendary Sky Islands? There are islands way up in the air. That's right. I read about it in a book. It's close to the sun, so maybe we'll see Nika up there. You love that, right, Dad? Dun 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 dun. And Kuma's dancing and singing. That sounds like a grand adventure. We can have we can go there to have a big celebration for your 20th birthday. And where should we go for your 19th? Fishman Islands. After examining your daughter, I'm going to conclude that she suffers from sapphire scale. I'm afraid that it's incurable. You know what it is? And sorry to ask, but can you please speak a bit quieter? These days, you almost never see it. Those stones grow exponentially when bathed in any form of natural light, like the sun or moon. But even if you completely prevent any exposure, I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before the disease catches up with you. Forgive me for being so blunt, but your daughter has another 5 years at best. It will be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. Ooh. I'm afraid it's simply terminal, going by our current scientific understanding of it. It's like, it'll be over by your 10th birthday? This isn't fair. She's already growing into such a strong woman. Is there really no cure? I'm closing the door. The doctor leaves. Bonnie's like, boo! Kuma falls. Wah! Bonnie, I thought you were asleep. I heard it all. You said it'll be over by my 10th birthday, right? Your 10th? I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard you say it. Hey, are you crying? Is it something I said? Yes, he said when you're 10. It was about your illness, Bonnie. That stupid doctor. He told me that your condition is going to continue as it is till you're 10. Huh? It's just such an appalling amount of time. I couldn't help but get down after that. That means I'll be all better when I'm 10, right? So we can go on those trips. Isn't that right, Daddy? Oh, no. What have I done? Of course. By the time you've turned 10, you'll be cured. Yippee! He's like, oh, what am I going to do? A familiar nightmare would soon descend on this kingdom of sorbet only 1 year later. Kuma! You've got to save us. King Bikori has returned, and he's just as monstrous as ever. It's just like 16 years ago. He still wants to cut loose the country's dead weight. He's going to burn the people in their homes. End of chapter. The never-ending tragedy continues to unfold. Break next week. Dang. Dang. Okay. First of all, I didn't expect Bonnie to be a celestial dragon kid. I'm assuming. Because, you know, how else? Unless Ginny, you know, they were like, Ginny was forced to do it, you know, with like another slave by the celestial dragons. I mean, Ginny was like chosen to be a wife of the celestial dragon, so it was most likely a celestial dragon. But the stone disease, that's pretty interesting. That is, I wish the visuals in this chapter were better. What happened? This is like extremely rough draft visuals. But, you know, hopefully it'll be changed eventually. Like, when it comes out, like, physically, it should be changed. Like, all the visuals should be changed. And, you know, maybe it's good that there's a break next week. So that, you know, Oda has time to catch up on stuff. Because I've never seen the visuals look like this for a release. Man, though. How does Kuma get rid of Bonnie's disease, though? That's gonna be... I wonder how that's gonna happen. He's just gonna use the paw to get rid of the pain? That doesn't make sense. I bet he probably would have tried that by now. At this point. You know? Kuma's such a good character. I love Kuma. I wonder, though, this isn't related to the chapter at all, but since this paw fruit gave him paw prints on his hand, did that also make ears, like bear ears on the top of his hair? Or something like that? I wonder. I really wonder. Yeah. Alright. But, I don't really have anything else to say about this chapter. You know, pretty straightforward chapter. I don't think there's really much I can theorize about it. We're gonna see this King Bakori dude next chapter, I'm assuming. And Kuma's gonna fight him. And I'm assuming that this somehow leads into his way into becoming a warlord of the sea. And it also somehow leads to Bonnie getting her devil fruit. And maybe the devil fruit is the thing that cures her. Who knows? She ages herself past 10 years old, and that somehow cancels out the effect of her disease. And, you know, gets rid of it. Who knows? But, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you've all had a great day. I'd love to hear what you think about the chapter in the comments below. And, yeah. Later. Peace. Love. See ya.